Hello Year 2, we've got quite an exciting science lesson for you today. So let's start by having a think about what we've learned in science so far already. What 3 things do humans and other animals need to survive? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, let's have a look. Did you say these 3 things? Humans and other animals need air to be able to survive. Without the air and us breathing in the oxygen, we wouldn't be able to live at all. Food, not only does the right food keep us healthy, but if we didn't have any food at all, we would not survive. And also water as well. Super, so now let's have a think. We need those things to survive and stay alive. But there are some extra things that we need to keep us healthy. Why don't you pause the video and have a see if you can think of some extra things that humans need to stay healthy. Fabulous. Hopefully you've had some ideas, but you might have said things like sleeping and maybe, mental health is a really big priority now, making sure that you've got the support around you from your friends and your family. You might say that is important for staying healthy. You might have said some of the things that we've learned about already in science. For example, hygiene, making sure that we brush our teeth, we shower, we use a tissue to blow our nose, and we wash our hands, we wash our clothes, etc. You might have said eating the right things, so making sure that we eat lots of fruit and vegetables and we get those vitamins in, but not very many of those processed fatty, oily foods. And you might have even said something that we're going to learn about today, and that is exercise, and why it's really important for us to exercise if we're going to be healthy. So the human body needs exercise to stay healthy. So I want you to now have a think. What kind of things do you do that you would class as exercise? Fantastic. So hopefully you've got some ideas in your head, but you might have said things like going to the playground and climbing things, or maybe if you're running around playing in your garden with your brothers and sisters, or you're maybe in another time, your cousins and your friends, when we're in school playing with your friends on the playground, if you're playing TIG, maybe doing going and playing football on the weekends, for example, or other sports, or doing PE lessons. So there are lots and lots of different ways that we can exercise. Maybe there are lots of people now with the lockdown going out for walks at some point in the day, and that's one way that we can get our exercise. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a circuit. Now a circuit is when we do lots of different exercises, one after the other. So we're going to just do a short circuit with lots of different exercises. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a think about those different exercises and how they affect our bodies. So when we do each exercise, we're going to be thinking, what is this doing for my body? Okay, but before we do this, we've got to be able to warm up. So what does warm up mean? And why do we warm up before we do exercise? Super, so let's have a look. Why do we warm up? Well, warming up means getting yourself ready to exercise. It gets the blood pumping to your muscles, and that means that it is less likely that you will get injured, and also you will be able to perform much better when you do the exercise. So we're going to go through a warm-up. Let me get myself ready. Make sure that you're ready to do some exercise. Make sure you've got some water and something that you are able to move comfortably in, and then we'll get doing our warm-up. Okay, hopefully you found yourself some space and you've got some water and you're wearing something that you can move in. Let's make a start with our warming up. So I'm going to go over here in the corner, and we're going to start off by marching. We're going to get our bodies Moving, making big arm swings, and you're marching. Get those shoulders involved. Get those ankles involved. And we're going to slowly speed that up into a jog. Nice and light. Nice and light. And then we're gradually going to build that up into the fastest sprint that you can do on the spot. Get ready. And go, 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 go. Back to a march. And a jog. And we're going to build it up to a sprint. And 3, 2, 1, and go, 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 go. Woo. And back to marching again. And we're going to do that one more time. Get those knees high. Build it to a jog. Don't forget to move your arms. We're going to do a sprint. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. And go, 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 go. Yeah. Okay, right, we're going to move our bodies in a bit of a stretching way now. Just going to go and do some big arm circles like this. Going backwards and forwards. And backwards and forwards. And we're going to swing, we're going to make our arms into an X at the front. And then we're going to touch them together behind us. So cross, touch, cross, touch, cross, touch. Keep going. Okay, and now we put our hands on our hips. And we're going to take our hips into nice big circles like this. And change direction. And change direction. And change direction. Awesome. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to lift our knee up on one leg, hug it together, and then go down and swap legs. Hug your meaty body and go down. Keep doing that, keep swapping legs. Keep hugging those knees. Hug, hug, hug. Super well done. So, what we're going to do then is we are going to introduce our circuit of exercises. And that means we're going to start off over here with our high knees, and then we're going to do our forward fold, then a star jump, then a wall sit, then a squat jump, then a yoga tree. So what I'll do is before we start, get yourself a drink of water, have a bit of a rest, and I will show you how to do each of these exercises before we start, okay? So high knees, we are going to run with the knees touching our hands in front. So keep your hands flat in front of you, and then we're going to do this. Can you hear that start? My knees are touching into my hands. And then a forward fold is where, hopefully, you can see me sat on the floor like this. We're going to put our legs as wide as we can, and then we're going to slowly try to lean as far forward as we can. Super. So, star jump then. Okay, star jumps. We know what star jumps are. We've done them before. We're going to stand with our feet together and our arms by our side. Then we're going to jump up into a big star shape and then back together. Out, in, out, in. Now a wall sit is where you find a wall and you are going to imagine that you're sitting on a chair, but the chair has been taken out from underneath you. You're going to hold it like this so that you should be, if you have a look at our woman on the screen, she's making a perfect square underneath her legs here. Fantastic. So a squat jump then. We're going to make sure our feet are shoulder width apart. You can either do like the man is doing on the screen, have your hands up here behind your head, or you can have them by your side. And when you squat down, bring right in front of you, and then we're going to jump up and move our arms behind us. Or if your hands are here, hands down, jump, down, jump. That's a squat jump. And then a yoga tree, we've done this before as well. Are you ready? Stand nice and straight. We're going to bring our foot up to either below the knee or above the knee. And we're going to bring our hands inside. And if we want to push ourselves, you can even start to bring them up. So that is all the exercises in our circuit. We're going to do each one for 30 seconds. So I'm just going to go grab a timer and then we'll make a start. Okay, we're going to start with high knees. So hopefully you'll be able to hear the timer making some noises, but hopefully, if not, you can hear me explaining when to start and when to stop. So are we ready? High knees, let's go. You're bringing your knees up nice and high, like this. Keep going. Oh, my hair's already falling out. Nice and high. Keep going. Halfway. You can do it, come on, 5 more. Okay, sit on the floor really quickly, like this. And lean forward. I wonder if anyone can actually put their heads on the floor. I'd be super impressed if you can do that. Where do you feel it in your body? Well done, right, get ready for some star jumps. In 4 seconds. Halfway. We did it, well done, right. Now we're going to get ready for our wall sit. Find a space against the wall. Get ready. And go, make sure your back is flat against the wall. And make sure that your legs are making that perfect square underneath. Keep your bottom touching the wall. Whew. Okay, we're more than halfway. Fantastic, well done. Squat jumps next. Okay, and squat, jump, squat, jump. Keep those feet shoulder width apart. Remember, you can have your hands up here if you want to. Keep jumping. How's it making your body feel? Most of the way there now, all the hard ones are done. Get for our yoga tree. Oh. Can you do 30 seconds without putting your other foot on the floor? This is too easy. Can you try and touch the ceiling? 10 seconds left. You did it. Well done, everyone. Go get a drink of water and take a rest. Whew. Okay, moving on then. So think about what exercises did we do, and did they all work our body in the same way? So what did you notice about each of those exercises? Whereabouts in your body was moving? Did it hurt anywhere? Did you notice anything changing when you did that? Have a think about that question. And have a think as well, what happened to your body after you did that exercise as well? Pause the video, tell somebody in the room. Hopefully you got some people to do that with you as well. Okay, so I'll share some of the things that I noticed and some of the things that happened to my body, and maybe you will have said some of those same things. So I noticed that the exercises where I had to move faster, so for example, when I did the high knees, when I did the star jumps, and when I did those squat jumps, that made my heart beat really, really fast. And I also got quite out of breath and quite sweaty from doing those exercises. We only did 3 of them, but it made me really tired and really sweaty. But I found these exercises, so the forward fold, really stretched my legs out. So the muscles in between my legs, I got really stretched when I was doing that. And then when I sat against the wall, that was really, really forcing my muscles in my legs to work hard and keep me upright. And I know that they were working hard because towards the end, they were starting to wobble a little bit. And then I noticed that when I did this yoga tree, that I found it quite hard to stand straight and I was falling over all the time. So I felt like that was really testing my balance more than those other exercises. And remember those effects, I felt tired and sweaty, my heart started to beat really fast, but I think I felt quite happy when I had finished, actually, not just because I'd finished, but it felt really good to get my heart moving. It's been a little while. So I want you to think now about why exercise might be important for our bodies. Have a look at the pictures, pause the screen, maybe tell somebody in the room, why do you think it's really important to do exercise? Great, hopefully you've got some lovely ideas to share, but let's have a look at why exercise is so important for keeping us healthy. So exercise makes your heart happy. You may know that your heart is a muscle and your heart works really, really hard to pump blood all the way around your body. And without your heart doing this job, you would not be able to survive. So by making sure that your heart is strong and healthy, you're helping your body do its very best job. So like we just said, exercise gets your heart pumping, makes you feel sweaty, makes you feel like you've got to breathe a lot faster to take in that oxygen. So when you give your heart a good workout on a regular basis, it gets even better at doing its job and sending oxygen all around your body. Think about which exercises made our heart beat fastest. Which exercises do you think will be good for keeping your heart healthy? That's right, anything that makes you feel tired. So anything where you've got to move quite fast and gets your heart rate beating faster and faster. So exercise can strengthen your muscles. It makes your muscles strong and it helps you to be able to do powerful things. That's not only That's not only being able to lift things really heavy, but also having a lot of power. So for jumps or sprints, the bigger your muscles are, the faster you can run. And it's also good for making your bones strong too. Which exercises do you think really worked our muscles the most? So most of those exercises, in fact, all of those exercises will have worked your muscles, but the ones for making your muscles stronger would be where we were doing the wall sit against the wall, and possibly those squat jumps where we're really using that power to jump high. Exercise can also make you flexible. So being flexible or having a full range of motion, that means being able to move your body without any restrictions, without anything stopping you. And you can move freely without any pain hurting you. But not only is exercise good for keeping you flexible, but it's also good for helping your body to maybe learn new and important skills, such as how to be balanced and how to coordinate as well, to have coordination. So thinking about things like moving your arms and your legs in patterns or in time with each other, and trying to hold the movement without falling over. So thinking about that yoga tree, that was really good for helping us with our balance. That forward fold was really good for helping us get more flexible. And if you do that every day, eventually you will notice yourself being able to lean even more further forward. Or maybe if you play sports, you know, football, basketball, tennis, those are helping you with your coordination skills. They're helping you to be able to throw or catch and throw things at a target or kick things at a target. Yeah, super. And also this is why I paused, because I was going to say that it also is really important for helping you feel good, and not just feel good in your body, but feel very happy mentally as well. You feel really proud of yourself for achieving something, being able to run for a length of time, or doing something that's really hard. For example, when we were doing that wall sit, that was really hard, but it felt really good afterwards because by the end of the beep, we managed to do it. Or you might feel really proud that you didn't fall over when you were trying to balance. But also, exercise makes you feel good. And the reason it makes you feel good is because when you exercise, when your body moves, your brain releases a special chemical, and that chemical makes you feel happy. But then also linking back to maybe if you were to play a sport, it might make you feel happy to play that with other people and get better and better at it. So this is me over here. And I don't know about everyone else, but since lockdown has happened, things have not been going very well for me. And I have not been feeling like exercising very much. Feel really lazy all the time, can't be bothered to move, and I generally just feel like a bit of a potato. So this is me being a lazy potato. So what we're going to do today is write a letter, and you're going to write a letter to me, and you're going to tell me why it's so important for me to exercise, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video, and I want you to have a go at using these sentence starters and these and this word mat to tell me why you think I should exercise. Great, well done for sharing those ideas if you did that. So let's have a go at modelling this then. So we're writing a letter. How should I start my letter? Well, we start by saying who it is to or from, don't we? So I would say to Miss Hamami, or dear Miss Hamami. There we go. So to, I'm going to say dear Miss Hamami. And then when I've done my dear, I'll just move this down so you can see, sorry. When you've done your dear, you have to then start a new line. So I don't carry on writing there. I now begin writing here. So dear Mr. Mammy, so why should Mr. Mammy exercise? So we've got lots of reasons. You should exercise because exercise is good for, exercise can make you, when you exercise, and if you don't exercise. So they're all those sentence starters that we can use. So I'm going to say, dear Mr. Mammy, I'm going to use this first one here. You should exercise because, so you should exercise because, now why is it important for me to exercise? Because it will keep you healthy. So this is healthy on my word mat if I can't spell it. You should exercise because it will keep you healthy. I could say it will keep your body healthy. Now I'm going to use a different sentence starter. And you might have noticed over here that I have got some subordinating conjunctions. We've got because, when, and if. So that's what I'd really like you to try and use it. I'd like you to really try and write some complex sentences. So you should exercise because it will keep you healthy. So I'm going to say exercise is good for, I'm going to use our next sentence starter. Need a capital letter at the start of my sentence. Exercise is good for. Now let's have a think back. What is exercise good for? Exercise is good for your muscles. So I'm going to say over here we've got the word muscles. Exercise is good for your muscles. And it's not just good for your muscles, so I could say your muscles and bones. There we go. Exercise is good for your muscles and bones. And I did put a full stop, but maybe I could extend that by saying because. So why is it good for your muscles and bones? Well, exercise is good for your muscles and bones because, why is it good for your muscles and bones? It helps them to be strong. Well done. So because it helps them to be strong. Now that's the end of my sentence, so now I can do my full stop. Let's read it back. Dear Mr. Mammy, you should exercise because it will keep you healthy. Exercise is good for your muscles and bones because it helps them to be strong. And I'm now going to say something else about exercise. I could say exercise is good for your heart. I'm going to add the word heart here because I've just realised I've left it off the word map. So there we go. We've got the word heart. Exercise is good for your heart. Exercise helps your heart to work better. So I could say that. I could say exercise helps your body to be flexible. I'm now going to go on to this sentence starter down here. I'm going to say when you exercise. There we go. When you exercise, what happens? You feel happy. So I'm going to say, when you exercise, you feel happy. Now I could extend that and say, when you exercise, you feel happy because, why do you feel happy? Can you remember what your brain does after you've finished exercising? That's right, it releases a special chemical over here. So I'm going to say, when you exercise, you feel happy because your brain releases a special chemical. And I'll keep the word here, release. Releases, that's a verb, so I'll make that orange for you if you want that. Now I'm going to read it back and check that I'm happy with it. Dear Miss Mammy, you should exercise because it will keep you healthy. Exercise is good for your muscles and bones because it helps them to be strong. When you exercise, you feel happy because your brain releases a special chemical. Now I've finished my letter. Oh, today's I finished my letter. How do I end it? I need to say from, don't I? So from And I wrote it to myself, so I'll write my own name. You don't need to write my name at the bottom, you write your own name. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the letters that you send me, and maybe after reading them all, I'll feel a little bit more motivated to exercise. And if you're finding it a little bit tricky to write your sentences, there is a sentence frame here to help you. So, dear Miss Hamame, now exercise, it's a 2-letter verb. Exercise is good, important, or great for your heart, bones, muscles. Now what I've done is I've taken the initial sound off there. So heart begins with a h, so you need to put in the initial sound. Bones begins with a b, so you need to put your initial sound. And muscles begins with a so you need to put in your initial sound there as well. Exercise, or it, makes you strong. Again, initial sounds are missing. Strong, flexible, happy, and fit. So I've also got the word and here if you want to write a sentence with and. So for example, exercise is good for your heart and it is important for your bones. And then I would do a full stop. Don't forget to use capital letters at the beginning and full stops at the end. Exercise makes you strong and it keeps you happy or keeps you fit, full stop. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable using the and, you don't have to use the and. You can just write those two sentences. Exercise is great for your muscles. Exercise keeps you fit from, and then write your name. Okay, there's lots of different combinations of sentences that you can write by following our sentence scaffolds. If you're having any problems following the sentence scaffolds, then just get in touch with your class teacher. The sentence scaffolds, the success criteria, the word mat, and the sentence starters are all available to download on the Byron Wood School website. I hope you really enjoyed that science lesson. I definitely did. And we will see you next week in another science lesson. Bye, everyone.